something out here. Something only you might understand.
Oh my God.
I really appreciate the generational aspect of this, simply because I was young when the first one came out, and my dad, it was the first midnight movie I ever saw.
Really?
And
Oh,
I
wow.
look back on it very fondly.
Yeah, me too. Because I was like kind of in Mexico and only heard it by phone what happened. I'm always like super afraid when my movies come out. I don't know what it is. I feel like kind of I screwed up and this is no good. And yeah, I felt like kind of this will be pretty successful. But I said, oh no, it will not, more like kind of the second week fall off. And it didn't. I was like, oh wow.
Where we are right now.
We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, for heaven's sakes, on the set of Independence Day, the sequel. I don't know if we've yet talked about what it's called. And this is one set that we already used. It's pretty much broken down, believe it or not, in Cinema Talk. This was all dressed, also in Cinema Talk, whereby this was a very interesting little compound that belonged to the character named Umbutu, played by Obia Operai, wonderful actor. And my character, I can't tell you much more than that, but we shot it already. We're halfway through at this point as we're speaking. And so it's broken down, like it's empty now. But this was in the Congo portion, someplace in Africa, and I came here for some reason I can't say, and then some things happen, some very interesting things happen while I'm here. Ooh, I can't say, but pretty soon I skedaddle out of here to go someplace that I can't say that's also very interesting. It might be on a trip somewhere, urgently, with a belly full of juice.
I get somewhat sidelined because I've been preoccupied by a kind of traumatized psychological condition that was a result of the first one that probably worsened as I went along with time, as trauma can tend to do, you know. And I think it makes it really interesting to have these moments where we do engage. It's not extensive, but it's, I think there's some ways in which I get to manifest a lot of the fears that she can't afford to manifest. So it's interesting.
And your daughter is working for me at the White House.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think what's going to be cool is the friendship that we have, the bond. And I mean, because we both have similar situations where both our fathers are very important people. And I think that we bond over that.
Yeah, 20 years ago, our dads teamed up and saved the world, and then we kind of grew up together knowing that. So it kind of we just became really, really close friends. So that's kind of where we are now.
Well, I just started working this past week, and my focus is being the first female president for the United States to really have the gravitas to carry that role off. It's been really fun. I was just telling Bill, I've never worked in front of the green screen or blue screen before, so it's a totally different animal when you're having to, I would say it was like the consummate definition of an actor, where you really are pretending that you're seeing what's not there.
President Whitmore was actually involved in flying the plane in and destroying the alien mothership. Is it safe to say he was elected for a second term?
I think you can't avoid the guy, after that. So, yeah.
We're both back, and we're excited.
We're here, we're in it. More importantly, how do I look?
You look great.
Good, thanks. No, we are 20 years later, and dealing with catastrophe.
You were in kind of rough shape when we saw you. Your character was the last time.
Yes, I was.
But you got better.
Well, I wouldn't say I got better. I just recovered.
And what is Jasmine up to?
Well, Jasmine is no longer stripping, and now she's working in the hospital as a hospital administrator. And my son, played by Jessie T. Usher, Dylan, has grown up now, and he's a fighter pilot, and she's wanting him to be the true hero that he can be. So she's like a big cheerleader, and she's doing saving lives in the hospital.
I feel like the position that Dylan is in, he understands that he's only there because of what his dad did. You know, he wanted to go that route, so you know what's going to come with it, but at the same time, hearing it every single day has got to get
It's old.
This may be a little like the Blade Runner is he a replicant question or not, but in your mind, did Randy Quaid's Russell in the original movie, did he actually get abducted by aliens?
Yes.
He did. Excellent.
Yeah, he must have, because like he was not that crazy, because he knew them, and he said, "I'm back." It was like at that time like so fun for us to do, because you know where this line comes from, and I'm a big fan of Terminators. So says, how could I say that?
That's actually been one of the fun things about the first Independence Day, is there's a lot of references to other science fiction things.
I'm a film fan. Like a lot of people watch my movies. I'm always like try to reference something. I always have like the number 44 in, because Moon 44 was last, my first film with Dean as an actor, and my last film in Germany. That's why we always put 44 in. It's all these little things.
What has been the most fun for you jumping back into this seemingly large toy box?
Yeah, look, it's like this. On the one hand, it's like kind of working with Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman, Chad Hirsch. I mean, they're like amazing. Vivica Fox. They're all like such amazing actor, Prince Spiner. And then have like kind of the new talent. I mean, I think we have like kind of 5 young actors, which will go far, trust me. I have a good record there.
Play Jake Morrison, and he's a young fighter pilot. His parents were killed in the first attack, first Independence Day attack, and he basically grew up in an orphanage, joined the military when he got old enough, became a fighter pilot, and ended up in the best of the best fighter pilots, and made a bad decision, a reckless decision, and put another life at risk, and he gets demoted to the moon, where he's basically driving a forklift on the moon, which is not very exciting.
That sounds really exciting.
It does sound really exciting, and I'm sure it is for a couple of days, but to a fighter pilot, you know, in this, where they are in the world, it's a little boring for him.
What has the experience been filming some of these action sequences?
It's like playing a video game.
It is. Sometimes
it's like living a video game.
You catch yourself and you just for a second feel a little bit ridiculous, because you're like, I'm rolling around on this
the floor
ground with just blue around me, and I'm acting like there's something attacking me and there's nothing here. Like it's sometimes you got to check and be like, this is a pretty awesome job that we have.
Yeah.
Slightly
Pretty
ridiculous,
sweet.
but it's amazing. Yeah.
You know, I get to come to work and play with spaceships all day long. It's pretty cool.
Which of you gets the speech? Or do you each get a speech?
Oh man, it's speeches.
Or do you tag team one speech?
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
I think Bill's speech was so fabulous. I don't think you can top that, and I don't even think the writers tried. And it's a different political climate. The world is joined together to create the Earth Space Defense Program, and it's a collective effort by all the leaders of the world. So it's a different kind of a. If we had that speech, it would be very different.
I understand that labs don't live 20 years, but I also can't imagine Boomer ever dying.
Well, you know, like kind of Boomer was like, it's replaced by another dog, but I don't want to give it away.
Has this been a story that they've sort of told you about over the years, and like it's changed since?
Yeah, it's had some adjustments, but it's pretty much there was a period where it was going to be 2. We're going to shoot 2 back to back, and but the main thrust of it was, they're coming back.
We're going to blow up everything, including you, if possible.
3 billion people died from the first attack.
Yeah, that was just a recently added line, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that was good. I
Just
thought
in
that
case
when I
you
saw
didn't
that
know that.
rewrite. Yeah, 3 billion people. That's a big hit.
I have a very big job now, which is in line with my environmentalism and my passion for Earth and this home, Earth, and doing the best by it and all the species that make it our home. And so in case something bad happens, it's my job. So it's a big life. It's a very different life that I'm leading in these last 20 years. It's a heck of a responsibility, but it's very stimulating, and I'm trying to do the best that I can. And we see during these crucial days, I don't want to give anything away, but something happens where everything is put to the test, and we'll see what kind of job I did and what kind of job I can do now that we see who's across the in the ring with us this time, you know.